Yeah, I mean, he always like, right around the middle of the pack when he did return, which is by no means a bad thing. But again, when we talk about the players, maybe he himself wasn't satisfied with his own performance. God, the other one was Fantasy. Fantasy was a big disappointment when he left, because he was
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, Fantasy was legitimately looking good, like legit, like, and that's why when he announced that he was going back to Brood War, everyone was like, "What? But you're doing so well right now!" Like, oh my god.
And then he looked pretty good in Brood War, and then he was like, "Actually, I'm gonna go be a coach for League of Legends now."
Yeah, that's what happened.
Just about how it goes. But speaking about how it goes, we are now here on Jagannatha LE. We're in the bottom left-hand corner map, spawning all the way in the bottom left-hand corner. We have the Red Zerg player coming down from the land of South Korea. He is going to be representing Team NV. He is DongRaeGu.
Ooh, and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Jagannatha LE, we have the South Korean Zerg player, the Blue Zerg, currently teamless, going for a 12 pool. It is Leenock.
And this has been consistent throughout the entirety of StarCraft 2. Although, I guess early on it was called 6 pool, and then it eventually became the 12 pool it is now, but pool before literally anything else has been a build consistently used throughout the entirety of the 10 years of StarCraft 2.
Yeah, and I'm
further back.
I'm very interested to see how this goes, because again, Leenock 2-0ing Armani is crazy. It's legitimately crazy here. And what's interesting is that Leenock did open up with the 12 pool, but he is still going for gas afterwards. So he's not looking to neglect, I imagine, his link speed or banelings.
Would be insane if he goes roaches out of that, but yeah, if you're going for the early pool, you might as well stick to Lingbane for a while. DongRaeGu will immediately scout this though with the Overlord. Plenty of time to react right now. These are still slow lings, but the only thing DongRaeGu can really do right now is prepare himself mentally, right? Make sure he has the workers ready if he needs a drone drill.
Yeah, and he will most likely need to do that if he wants to hold on to his base. There we go. He immediately pulls the boys, does leave one drone in gas so we can continue that production. Meanwhile, here we go. The drones are here. How good is the micro? Will he lose any?
Maybe at least one? Not quite yet, but Leenock, he has been dancing around this hatchery for a long time, making sure he does not neglect the damage on top of it. Workers and Zerglings are out right now for DongRaeGu. But Leenock, he's being so aggressive right now, like, he sees the hatchery, target is locked, he's continuing to pump out more and more lings here.
That he is right now. Oh my god, DRG wants him to chase him into the mineral line so he can fight with the drones. Meanwhile, the queen just barely does pop out. Leenock, though, he has a second plan. One, he hasn't droned up at all, he's making nothing but lings, and he has link speed on the way. Oh, the queen!
Immediately gonna be surrounding one of these queens, the queen from the high ground trying to come down. And Leenock is just dragging these lings around. He realizes he can't fight this though, not without the reinforcements coming in, not without his link speed.
That's what he's waiting for. He's banking them up.
Ready, trying to surround this queen, and he should be able to, but here come the defensive reinforcements from DongRaeGu. Will be able to chase this away for now, but again, 12 lings on the way, like 10.
And I can see how someone like Armani would lose to this, because right now is not Leenock's final form. Leenock has not been droning up at all, and now here we go. He's been revealed. He's going to be going across the map. Link speed is about to finish up in 1 second, and now it's go time. And you know what? DRG has been droning up.
He's droning up a ton. He has enough to get a spike crawler now, but let's see if that actually ends up coming into play. The rest of the lings are starting to get into position, starting to surround the hatchery.
Oh god, that he is. The lings are all here now, looking to try and get us around on the queens, and it looks like, oh my god, he even forces the drones to fight.
Just chase him away here. There is still a lot that Leenock can spare over here. Still targeting down the hatchery. It's gonna go, and it will go down.
Oh my god, nice, he wants the queens.
He does get the queens. The Brootlings run out. Leenock going into the main base.
Wow.
We'll be able to get more damage from here, but that was massive.
And you know what? Leenock, he's running up.
He is.
Oh my god. This is so interesting to me. I mean, Link Speed is about to finish up for DRG. He doesn't have a Baneling Nest, so he only has Links to work with, but he's immediately going across the map for a counterattack.
Meanwhile, he joined up for a second and then realized, wait a minute, I'm super exposed, aren't I?
I mean,
he's remaking every single one of these Lings.
Yeah, he joined up enough. You know, he's ahead in workers right now, or equal in workers. And here we go. Does he have enough Lings plus a Queen? Should be enough to defend, especially when your opponent doesn't have any Banelings. Oh my god.
Just like so, Leenock still has enough Lings to just go across the map. That Spinecrawler should go down, bleed out eventually, potentially.
And maybe meanwhile, ooh, does pick off a drone.
Nicely done. Whatever damage he can really get here to, again, just keep DRG further behind than he already is. A Baneling Nest is currently on the way for Leenock, and that should be his final form. If DongRaeGu is somehow able to hold against Lings and Banelings on one base, then we'll see a longer game and we'll see both players evolve, but it's going to take a bit of a miracle. Unroots at the last second.
I mean, we'll see. Again, it's very important that this spine is alive. There we go. Baneling Nest is on the way. I was really curious if DRG was going to go for one, and he does. What's important is that Leenock didn't scout us. He's unaware, but the Banelings are already being morphed in. It's going to take a while for DRG to get Banelings of his own.
It very much will. It's super important for the spine to be able to snipe the Banelings as they come in.
Mm-hmm. But that spine is so low. Again, that was DRG's mistake for allowing it, and GG gets called. Leenock takes game 1.
He didn't even want to see his units go down again. He just, nope, I can't handle it. The trauma of seeing them die again, I can't. We're going into game number 2 here. Leenock on match point already light with a very, very aggressive 12 pool. I mean, you have 12 pools becoming a lot more common nowadays. It's basically, again, it's something that Zerg players will throw in a best of ZvZ series. But not quite the way Leenock has done it here, where he gets, what, 24 Lings and floods immediately. That is something only the most committed, the most aggressive Zerg players do.
Yeah, I mean, what's really important about what Leenock did is that I'm trying to think back. I don't think I've seen anyone do that, which is 12 pool, drone up, and then get your gas. It was odd. It was odd. And then go just for Link Speed and then go for massive Link Flood. Again, like it's something as we remake
wrong
the lobby.
Oh, no, wrong race.
Wrong race. As we remake the lobby. But yeah, again, I can totally understand why someone like Armani and even DRG would lose to that, because again, it's just something they're not used to.
Yeah, funnily enough, the meta has, or not even the meta, but just the game overall, isn't quite this aggressive when it comes to ZvZs. Very niche kind of thing.
Yes, and I need to go into a history lesson, and even that's not going to be enough, because there are some people in the chat who are like, "Who is Leenock?" You know, just like Yaku. Yaku is like a fresh baby when it comes to StarCraft. He wasn't around for Leenock, Leenocktopus, if you will, back in the day. Oh my god! I
studied the archives.
He looked at Wikipedia.
I watched like a couple of games too.
Oh my! I mean, Leenock was a monster. Yeah, GSTL. Yeah.
FX Open, it was Gumiho and Leenock.
Always loved Calder. I mean, I'm a Calder fan when it comes to his casting in GSTL and GSL. But oh my god, Leenocktopus, that was his name back in the day. But mate, kick it off, because he's going for the same build.
Oh my, here at the top left-hand corner of the map, spawning all the way to the top left-hand corner of Lightshade LE, getting 12 fools once again. He is our Red Zerg player, coming out from South Korea, representing Team NV. Another super old school player, but not somebody as unknown to some of the chat here. No names. He is DongRaeGu.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Lightshade LE, being a little bit cheeky with this drone and going for a 12 pool, we have the South Korean Zerg player just finished his military service. Today is his return. It is Leenock. Get that spine. Get that spine. He gets the spine. And it is out of vision.
This is Leenock. Oh my. I remember one of the last games Leenock did before entering military service was ZvZ. It was either against Rogue or Dark. He just straight up did a bunch of spine rushes, tilted them out of the entire tournament.
Ooh, but this spine was scattered. The boys are pulled. Leenock will be forced to cancel this spine. Does force a lot of lost mining time, at least. So, I mean, he does have that going for him. And the Lynx are going across the map. They do get scattered.
But they did get scouted last game as well. So Natural will finish up, and there will be creep here on the Natural base light.
True, there will. I mean,
still around.
He is. There we go. Spine gets thrown down. Again, very different kind of opener here from Leenock, because this time there is no gas. He's not going for a Lynx speed all in afterwards.
Yeah, surrounds a couple of the drones here and there. Has to be so careful not to get drone drilled. One more Lynx coming in. Man, DongRaeGu just cannot get the surround off yet, but he started surrounding. Spine crawler, not quite yet. Here comes a bit of a sandwich though with Lynx as well as with drones.
Yeah, exactly. The drones do get a surround on that spine. Looks like the spine will not complete. Meanwhile, Leenock is winning the fight against the Lynx.
He actually kills a ton of drones too. Like, he still keeps his own drone alive. But this is starting to run out of steam with the Queen coming out.
Okay,
Five
can he get it?
still going down.
He does get the drone, make that 6 Yaku. In the end, the Lynx will get cleaned up. Leenock, of course, he expanded behind this, and he's ahead in workers.
I was going to say far ahead in workers, but it's only 3. I guess in a mirror matchup, it makes a lot of difference, but yeah, very different kind of 12 full Leenock is showing us this time, and worked out super well for him.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there are pros and cons. We'll see what Leenock does here. I imagine he's going to go straight into Roaches. He's going to have to wall off because, again, Link speed is already on the way, and DRG is lane flooding. Oh, boy.
Straight up, giving Leenock a bit of a taste of his own medicine. How's the drone drilling? Decent. Not losing any of the drones here, but it's really the Queens that keeps DongRaeGu alive for now. But as you said, where's the wall?
What I'm worried about, finally, Leenock is taking his gases, but he needs a wall. He desperately needs a wall. Otherwise, I don't know how he's going to survive against the link flood that's going to be coming across the map.
He's fighting literally 0 gas. He cannot get Evo Chambers Light. He cannot get Roach Warren.
Yeah, God.
It's going to take so long.
Oh boy. I mean, you can still throw down Evo Chambers, but we'll see. We'll see how DRG deals with this. Again, he's banking up a lot of Lings. Leenock has not scattered this. Right now, he's just making queens.
Completely pulling off of gas. DongRaeGu is dedicating every single mineral on legs. There we go.
Here comes the Evo Chamber wall.
Is it going to be too late? He does get the wall off, but they're very, very low. It doesn't take much for DongRaeGu to get some good surface area and start to take them out. Again, you cannot transfuse buildings. Buildings that are being built.
The legs flood in. GG gets cold, and DongRaeGu will take game number 2.
What a response coming out from him. I see you going for your 12 pools, Leenock. You're not the only player who can link flood.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that was just 12 full defense. The impressive thing was that he was able to get a surround on that spine. Like, if that spine finished for Leenock, everything would have been different.
Spine is such a tanky building here. A tanky building that deals damage as well. It's very much the anchor point for Leenock there. Things got dicey in the slightest. You could just pull back and reinforce at that location.
Oh, God. It's just great to see these two back. Again, very old school players. Again, I was just, because I was looking at their head-to-head. The very first time they played against each other was in 2011, at least in StarCraft 2.
JSCL?
No, MLG, man. 2011, MLG. Yeah, way back when. And they actually went back and forth in series. They actually had a best of 7 where Leenock won 4-3.
There we go. I was going to say, remember DongRaeGu having a lot of success in things like MLGs, but I believe he only won 2012 or something like that. Leenock, meanwhile, he was kind of the king of MLG for a while. My memory serves me. Anyway, we are now here on Oxide LE, going to be concluding this quarterfinal ZvZ. Who is going to the semifinals to face most likely Parting? But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Is it going to be a player in the bottom left-hand corner map, spawning all the way in the bottom left-hand corner, the red Zerg player from South Korea representing Team NV? The hashtag #OneTrueDong. He is DongRaeGu.
And spawning in.
The man of Busan. What was his name back then?
Yeah, spawning in the top right-hand corner of Oxide LE, we have the returning South Korean Zerg. He's blue, representing into the clan. It is Leenock. The octopus, if you will.
Yeah. Not going for a 12 fool this time.
Ah, mate, they're both just open up straight up. It's normal, it's standard.
All
Hatch first.
I get you. Yeah. I get you. Leenock really saying, all right, you've been able to hold. I'm not going to be as aggressive this time. DongRaeGu saying, I'm just literally doing the same thing. I can hold. I showed you I can hold. Come at me.
Exactly.
And I actually have to ask this because I have to admit I'm not too sure where the nickname Leenock came from. I have two theories. It's either one, he was a super aggressive, like Ling style player, so his Lings would go across every inch of the map with his tentacles, or it's because he won a lot of tournaments, whether it's MLG or what have you.
Neither.
He just grabbed them. Okay.
He was called Leenock because it was as if an octopus was playing, where they had like 8 like tendrils on the keyboard. Like that's how like.
Right, it's the APM.
Yes, known for his speed and his multitasking.
I thought that was Lucira.
Well, he's known just straight up APM. Like he's straight up known as the fastest. But yeah, that's how Leenock got that nickname. That's where the octopus comes in.
I like my Ling thing better.
Sure thing, buddy. Oh god. But yeah, Leenock, of course, just like DongRaeGu, very similar historic like comings, where they both excelled very heavily in Wings of Liberty and early Heart of the Swarm. They were both in their prime back in the day, and then it was after or during like end of Heart of the Swarm and stuff, where like they kind of lulled a little bit, you know. Leenock eventually he came back after the region lock. Of course, the region lock was a really big event that came into play. You know, Leenock and DongRaeGu, they couldn't play in foreign events anymore.
America.
Yeah, and then Leenock had to come back, and then he joined KT, and on the KT he didn't have as much success. But yo, here we go. Things are kicking off. Both expanding, taking their thirds, and Leenock wants to try and stop that.
A little bit of Debbie over here, but Banelings are already gonna be finishing up here for DongRaeGu. You gotta be so careful, Leenock. Don't want to pull a Mika.
God, no, you do not. Meanwhile, would you have Banelings on the way for DongRaeGu? How good are the connections going to be? Oh god! Oh
no! Already! Can he get even more? Doesn't even need more Baneling connections. The Lings can deal with the rest of the Zerglings coming up from Leenock.
Yeah, exactly. At the same time, DongRaeGu was also hitting the third base of Leenock. Leenock was able to defend there. Without Lings, there weren't too many Lings from DongRaeGu, but now he's being aggressive here. Now he's morphing in even more Banelings. Ooh.
But they are starting to be sniped here and there.
That they are. We do have 5 Banelings in total coming out here from DongRaeGu. He has to be careful. Again, the Queens, their number one priority is to snipe those Banelings. Oh my god.
Not his own Banelings. Ay. Every single Baneling's exploding. I'm not even sure what's happening. Good connection here for DongRaeGu. Might just be enough to keep going on. There's only 1 Baneling left, 2 Banelings left for Leenock, and not enough Lings to buffer for them. 1 connection is all you really need, though. But DongRaeGu ain't letting that happen.
God, no, it's not only 1 Baneling left. Ah, God, Leenock messing up a little bit there. We do have a couple more Banelings coming in, though, so he can afford some more careless engagements. But, oh my God, they're so low. That's it.
They do get taken out. Thankfully, DongRaeGu will not be able to take out this base, but I don't know, Leenock doesn't really have much going for him either. I guess the game is just gonna slow down for him.
Oh my god,
Okay,
Leenock doesn't fall for it quite yet. I mean, DongRaeGu is a little bit ahead in those workers. They both were able to hold on to their third bases. Both third bases relatively low. They're a little bit vulnerable. Yo, Leenock wants some more. He wants some of that action.
He was not satisfied with getting this hatchery down to half health and nothing else.
Exactly, we do have 3 Banelings here for Leenock, only 2 for DongRaeGu. Oh, one of them already connecting.
Yeah, they're looking very, very exposed right now. Easily sniped by the Queens. Leenock, once again, unable to really get much done on the opposite side of the map.
Yeah.
So he's just going to focus a lot more on his economy.
Yeah, both players back off, both players drone up.
Both players go into their roach phase.
Which is
players
going
into.
I mean, they're both.
What else?
Yeah, I mean, DongRaeGu is headed towards his lair tech. We'll see what he has in store for us here, as he hasn't started any of his upgrades. Meanwhile, ooh, a Link Flood, and it does slip into the main base, sorry, into the natural.
Good, particularly get to the main, but not if these Lings and Queens have anything to say about that. DongRaeGu will get a decent scout in that main base. Confirms you're only now getting your lair out, Leenock.
Yes.
And overall, decent for DongRaeGu.
Yeah, I'm really curious as to what DongRaeGu is going to go for. Is he just going for this lair just for roach speed? Like, again, the fact that his Evo chamber hasn't really done anything is a little bit curious to me, but again, there we go. Another gas is being taken. Does he want to go straight into Spire? There it is.
Well, he's saving a lot of gas for it. There we go. Muta switch coming out here for DongRaeGu. Leenock will not be suspecting this at all. He is getting a massive amount of roaches right now, though. With +1 range, he can definitely do a lot of damage before DongRaeGu hits critical mass of Mutas, but it's on him to pull that trigger.
Exactly.
He needs to recognize it.
He either needs to scout or attack. Because if he stays at home, that's the worst case scenario for Leenock right now. He cannot let DRG get away with this Muta switch. Instead, Leenock, oh, he's going for another base. Which, if he was up against roaches, this is fine, but... oh, God.
Yeah, well, he will be up against a couple of roaches.
Yeah, but
it's just that he's not just up against roaches.
And Leenock is going for a Spire of his own. Oh, I love this. A very cheeky hidden Spire. But it's late. It's a lot later. To be fair, like, when the Mutas reveal themselves, that means that Leenock will have the opportunity to go into Corruptors if he wants to.
Yeah. I can't believe he thought he was going for a 4th base, by the way, Light.
Yeah,
he was actually
I
being
so.
super cheeky.
I mean, he is going for a 4th, but...
yeah, not in that location.
Yeah. Meanwhile, here come the Mutas. 6 Mutas on the way for now. We'll see how Leenock reacts once they reveal themselves.
Yeah, funnily enough, the delayed Spire might be saving him right now. Because as I said, he just doesn't know that Mutas are on the way. And again, once he's able to see the Mutas out, can immediately get some of those Corruptors. Now he confirms, oh, you're going for Mutas right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Gonna hang back a little bit, try to survive
no, he's leading. He led them in.
No! He led them in!
The Spire. No, puppy, please. It does get found, and it will go down. Aye. He let it finish.
No Queens here to transfuse. He did finish, Light.
He did. This is the worst.
A bunch of Corruptors have been produced.
Oh, that's why he let it finish, mate. The big brain. He let it finish. And in that, 2-3 second window that it was done, he made as many Corruptors as he could. And honestly, that could be what keeps him alive.
11 Corruptors up here right now, Light. But what's the deal with the Mutas? What is their deal with the Roaches on the ground? Leenock has these slightly better roaches right now, but DongRaeGu is really starting to come in. Here comes a flank, though. Defender's advantage really helping out Leenock.
Yeah, exactly. The Ravagers go down. Only roaches remaining here for DongRaeGu. They are equal in upgrades, and it looks like with the defender's advantage, Leenock will not just hold, but also win the battle in the sky.
He's chasing this all the way back, Light. So, funnily enough, something you can do with Corruptors. Take out buildings.
That you can, if he so chooses. Meanwhile, here come roaches. I think Leenock is overextending a little bit. Again, defender's advantage, right? It works both ways. And yeah, DRG does force Leenock back.
For now. Or he at least forces the roaches back. The Corruptors, meanwhile, they're looking for key tech. They're actually sniping Overlords wherever they can. Oh, God. Has such a good foothold over here.
Yeah, and the problem is that the Corruptors are not at home. The Mutas come in, add a little bit more DPS. Finally, the Corruptors do show up, but it's a little bit too late, and it looks like DRG is winning the battle on the ground. There are just not enough roaches here for Leenock.
He's winning the battle on the ground. He's avoiding the battle in the skies right now. Super important to keep the Corruptors distracted here. You never want them to be taking out units like overlords or what have you. GG's called DongRaeGu, showing that you do need. It does take time to come back. GG.
GG, well played. Impressive run here by Leenock, taking down both Armani and taking a game off of DRG. Also, very nice moves. Again, just allowing that Spire to finish to go into the Corruptors, mate. That was a beautiful move. I loved it.
Yeah, honestly, such a big brain thing, right? This is a little bit of an advantage just with how the Zerg production works. I'm not sure how many Zerg players in general would have thought of that, though, aside from Leenock.
Exactly. It was beautiful, mate. It was beautiful. And now we have a decision to make because both semifinals are ready.
Oh, already.
Which means we have a very surprising result, mate. One that we did not give Creator enough credit.
They created. Oh, I definitely did in my heart.
love that. We do not know. It does seem like Creator did defeat Solar, but we are unaware of the score as it has not been updated.
I'm so tempted right now, Light. I'm so tempted to go for that. Our boys are tearing the mayor of Six City versus our boy #YearCreator, but we have followed DongRaeGu this far. I suppose we might as well continue. I'm sure Steadfast will be covering the lower bracket semifinals along with Pig.
Yeah, it's possible. We'll see. We'll try to spread out as best we can. Obviously, there are going to be at least 2 English casters in either series. For now, we are committed to DongRaeGu versus Parting. We're just waiting for the players to finish up their vetoes.